Welcome to Real Issue Podcast. I'm your host, Martel Llewellyn, and the Miami Heat lose their home opener 116 to 108 to the Chicago Bulls. Player overview: Jimmy Butler had 24 points, 8 rebounds. Tyler Hero had 23 points, 6 rebounds. Max Strus had 22 points, 7 rebounds. DeMar DeRozan was getting to all his sweet spots. He had 37 points. I think that the Miami Heat struggled to make him uncomfortable. He was pulling up for three, pulling up at the midi, his famous mid-range shot. He just looked too comfortable, and I don't think that the Miami Heat were able to force him off of his sweet spots at the end of the day. Nikola Vucevic, I think with 15 and 17, he had 15 points and 17 rebounds. He really was dominant. I think that the Miami Heat looked a little bit too small. I think that he was able to get too many offensive rebounds, too many offensive putbacks. I just think that, his size and his dominance really showed over the course of the game. So for the home opener in the first quarter, the Miami Heat had great ball movement. Tyler Hero was hitting his 3-point shots. Jimmy Butler was getting to the free throw line, bullying people in the paint. I was really happy to see that. The second quarter is kind of where it got a little bit sloppy, and the offense kind of started to slow down a little bit. And then Duncan Robinson and Max Strus were able to enter the game. Strus and Duncan showed that they're more than just 3-point shooters. I think they were also able to hold their own a little bit. I still saw too many defensive holes throughout the game, especially in the third quarter, where the Miami Heat's offense kind of started to slow down a little bit. And that's where players like Vucevic were able to bully them down low. I don't think they really had an answer for him. Bam Adebayo was struggling from the beginning of the game. I don't think that's going to happen again. He was missing a lot of easy putbacks, easy layups, easy floaters, easy dunks right by the rim. I think Vucevic's size bullied him a little bit. And this is the thing. If we're going to have Bam Adebayo with the 5, when he seems to be getting bullied, we have to bring it up, because this is where Yurtseven, this is where the Deadman minutes, or maybe that 4 comes in, because at the end of the day, Caleb Martin did a pretty good job. I think overall, though, the Miami Heat looked a little bit too small throughout the points of the game. Also, to the bench rotation, I think if Victor Oladipo can't come back healthy, it's going to be a huge problem, because the bench looked a little bit dry. Don't get me wrong, Max Strus had 22 points. I think he was solid. But Victor Oladipo brings a different type of basketball in terms of his versatility, not only on defense, but on offense. He's the guy that can create rim pressure. Also, too, you can throw him on DeMar DeRozan. He's not going to get those easy mid-range shots. He's not going to get those easy floaters. He's not going to be able to do these turnaround jumpers in the paint with ease. So let's start with Caleb Martin. I think Caleb Martin looked pretty good. I don't really think he got bullied per se, because I didn't really see him much on Vucevic. And plus, Vucevic really wasn't, dunking on people or anything or crazy like that, but he did show his size. Overall, Caleb Martin, solid 3-point shooting for the game. He was able to hit a few mid-range shots. His athleticism definitely stood out. With Tyler Hero, I think Tyler Hero looks great as a starter. I think he was able to get to all his spots. He was able to even show a few little tricks that he's been working on. I think that he was able to attack the rim and get to the free throw line. If he's able to get to the free throw line, I think that can unlock another part of his game. But yeah, I think that even when DeMar DeRozan was attacking him, he still was able to hold his own a little bit. I think he still struggled on defense, but overall, he was pretty good as a starter and for his first game as a starter. Jimmy Butler, he looked great with that 24 points. I think he was able to, I think he got to the line over 10 times. He did a pretty good job last night. And to be honest, you really can't ask more from Jimmy Butler on the first game. He had 24 points. Like I said, he was able to attack the rim and get to the free throw line. One thing about Kyle Lowry, though, and this is where I'm very disappointed, and somebody brought this up in the comments the other day on my last video, is that Kyle Lowry, when he came to the Miami Heat, he came with a very bad attitude. The first thing he said was, "I understand Heat culture, but I'm gonna do it my way." First of all, who do you think you're talking to, Kyle Lowry? First of all, when you come to the Miami Heat, you know what you signed up for, and in my opinion, I think we gave up on Precious a little bit too soon. Don't get me wrong, was Precious, he had butterfingers, bad paint player, but he's taken tremendous leaps between his first and his third year. I think that we should have kept Precious over Kyle Lowry. I think we got Kyle Lowry on the decline, because in my opinion, you're telling me that we're paying you $90 million and you're not impacting winning. Don't get me wrong, he sped up the offense a little bit, and they keep calling him a QB. I don't need him to be a QB. I need him to put the ball in the basket. Okay, and I understand that he's a veteran. People are calling him a Hall of Famer. I don't know about that. Just because you help win a chip for Toronto, he wasn't anything special before Kawhi got there. Him and DeMar DeRozan couldn't get over the hump. Kyle Lowry has had multiple games where he disappeared in the playoffs, and even now, for some reason, why is Kyle Lowry so passive? He was 1 for 7, but his legs look shot. His shot was flat. I just don't understand. Like, and to be honest, he all those workout videos and stuff, he looked like he lost the weight, but when I see him on the court, he looks sluggish. He can't get by anyone. His defense was even slipping up a little bit. So I think, to be honest, we got Kyle Lowry on the decline. And even Goran Dragic. Goran Dragic was balling last night. Is he going to do that every game? No. But one thing about Dragic is he's going to be aggressive. He's going to pass the ball. He's going to he's going to slash and cut to the basket. He's going to be the dragon, quote unquote. And in my opinion, I would rather have him right now over Kyle Lowry. What has Kyle Lowry done that is so special within these past 2 years? And in my opinion, like I said, I know we had to overpay to get him, but I'm very disappointed. And a lot of people want, people like Gabe Vincent to start over him. I don't know if Depot should start over Kyle Lowry only because of the spacing with Jimmy Butler and Bam, but something needs to be done about Kyle Lowry. And like I said, going forward, I expect him to be more aggressive, to be more impactful in terms of winning. We paid this guy $90 million. Bam Adebayo, like I said earlier, he missed a lot of easy buckets at the close to the rim. I think he even got rim stuffed. But I definitely think that Vucevic's size definitely got to him. Of course, he's going to play solid defense. I just think he struggled over Vooch. And if he's going to be this dominant, aggressive guy that's going to be 25 and 10, he has to dominate and use that mismatch that he has on Vucevic, because I just think that he Vucevic pretty much said, listen, if you're not going to shoot it, which he did shoot it a little bit, but you're not going to get anything in the paint. And to be honest, throughout the game, I think some of it was overall just in his head. But I think that the Bulls, they definitely played well. They played team basketball. They were able to pass the ball around. They hit their threes. I think that DeMar DeRozan, like I said earlier, got to his sweet spots. Vucevic was very dominant in the paint. And I just hope that the Miami Heat can bounce back. I'm hoping that Victor Oladipo can at least be healthy for majority of the season, because Max Strus won't be able to carry the bench forever. And I think if Duncan Robinson's out there with him, there's a few holes on defense. I think that the Miami Heat need to do better with communication in terms of switching and the rotations on defense. But overall, I'm very happy with what the Miami Heat have done. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, comment, subscribe as we continue to push to 800 subscribers.